my form of communication. Hip hop do something else. That's cheese. Hip hop. Cheese is good on pizza. Hip hop is my form of communication.
Q finished mixing another one of the songs with Dragonfly. I want to let y'all hear it, man.
Oh yeah, for sure. Oh, man, Dragonfly.
Here we go.
Man, she bugging, man. Always asking me what I'm doing, where I'm going, who I'm with. She killing me, man. On what to do, man. Why you mad at me? You don't want me, it's fantasy. All I did was put my love on the line. Why you pressing me? Love is always testing me. You're so mellow, all you do is just mine. We was better off when we was dating and anticipating. Fucking the backseat, it wasn't so degrading. Neither one was waiting for a yes or a no. You was pulling my chain, I'm on that ass for show. Damn how the wind blow, polarity switch. I'm a brand new nigga, you a whole new chick. Tired of the games, tired of the plan, tired of the girlfriend shit that they be saying like, he don't give a fuck about you. He took a long trip to the Alps without you. He trying to count you and put you on the bitch. Start a song with a white girl, European French. Get rid of the 10, son, don't give none. I ain't a track star, so I ain't gonna run. You wanna work it out? Then let's make it happen. Just ease up on your friends and how they be attacking. Why you mad at me? You don't wanna make this fantasy. All I did was put my love on the line. Why you pressing me? Love is always testing me. You're so mellow, all you do is just mine. We don't need to fight every night, cause that's not kosher. I'd rather see your lingerie inside a poster. Me being the hoster, meeting in the bedroom. You sisters to stutter your words like masked headroom. Moaning loudly, screaming it proudly. Top of our class, Kumas and Loudy. Let's gas up the Audi, snatch the top back. You make the reservations and I'll go and pack. Let's get the hell away from here, man. All your girlfriends, all the fellas, we out. No more fussing. Got a nigga cussing. Why you mad at me? You don't wanna make this fantasy. All I did was put my love on the line. Why you pressing me? Your love is always testing me. You're so mellow, all you do is just whine.
Beat is crazy as shit to me.
Yeah, it is.
I listened to the original Break the other night. I hadn't listened to that in years. It took me back to my childhood on Cleaning Sunday when I was like 5, 6 years old, and we'd be cleaning the house. And I remember hearing it in the cars, and I never knew the name of the song, any of that. But it's my whole life. Every time I heard it, I just feel attached to it. And I remember when I was depressed in 2019, I was locked in the house. Sick was just every day. He'd come over after work. And he'd be on the turntables every day, and he was always cutting, spinning that joint back and forth, working on getting it, getting. He had an idea, but he's like, "I'm working on it. I can't find it." He worked on it for like over a month, I think, before he finally got it to the point where I could chop it up and sample it and chop up what I wanted to make that joint. Man, this joint is like, I realized how much more story there was to this song that I didn't realize just this week, man. It's been really dope. Been great.
What song is it?
It's called So Merlot. It's for this project me and Fly are doing. It's 8-song project called HHSU. It was originally called Hip Hop Savers. We were actually a group called Hip Hop Savers, and I don't like that name anymore. So I was like, we just kind of make it like a university, and we both kind of going through these mental health challenges ourselves and kind of learn some shit. So HHSU kind of like a university.
Okay.
So it's a project I'm excited about. It's got that My Paper song. It's one of the other songs on there too.
Okay.
That sample is another one you got to be careful with.
That one's definitely a threat. The fact that it's sped up is interesting, but it's recognizable than I expect. I'm not putting this out anywhere for money. I'm no better than that.
Yeah. Didn't Kanye use that shit?
He used some Luther shit, but I don't think he used this one. I think he used something else. Like he used Superstar, I think. He's used 2 or 3 Luther joints in the past.
I don't
That's
listen.
that's Luther.
Yeah, that's a song called "Promise Me."
Yeah,
Mm,
Let me see. I'm gonna see if I can find the original.
okay.
I fucking love that beat though, man. That shit is crazy.
Yeah, I remember listening to that track. I used to listen to that track all the time. Do it, man.
It's the
Do. Hmm.
You know what's really jarring, yo, is listening to Luther, listening to Whitney, listening to Anita Baker. Like the talent pool has disappeared, yo. Like
Mhm.
that quality of voice does not exist now, except for Jamie Foxx. Jamie Foxx was the only person that was capable of doing anything on that level, but he's still tainted by the modern sounds. But like that type of like that level of vocal just doesn't exist anymore, yo.
Oh fuck
Oh
no.
man.
And even that
Mm-mm.
composition, like that type
Yeah.
of composition, for some reason, it feels like it's missing. Like that, the Isaac, the Barry. Like I think,
So
like Adrian Young is he's kind of there, but it's too clean. It's too. I don't know, something about Adrian still.
so
Those hit.
everyone, like I think that people stop really listening to and absorbing like jazz musicianship as much as they used to.
Yeah.
And that was like a heavy basis to a lot of the older R&B shit. You know what I'm saying? Like they were really jazz vocalists when you really think about it. You know what I mean? And like a lot of artists now don't study the music that way anymore. So they don't actually
No.
give a fuck about the music. It's a lot of that appreciation for becoming a part of the music is gone. It's
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he sings along to it. He is an instrument in that, you know.
October
You know,
London.
the tempo.
That shit is severely lacking now, yo. Like there are people that clearly still have an appreciation for it, but they don't like all right, there's what's her face? She can sing like multiple octaves at once. Oh my God.
Shit.
Did some work with
Who,
her.
Amy Winehouse?
No.
Not Alicia Keys, right?
Fuck, what is her?
You said Alicia Keys? Alicia Keys can pull it off. She
No,
pulls it off.
Layla Hathaway. Layla Hathaway. She's
Ooh,
like
Layla Hathaway.
Layla Hathaway is dope.
Yes.
the last of a dying
Her-
breed, though. Like there's not a
Yeah.
lot of them out there like that, yo.
Mm.
Her is dope. Her is actually ridiculously talented.
She's talented as fuck,
Yeah.
but again, the musicianship is lacking.
I don't know. I don't know. I would say check some of her I saw her do something recently where I was like, I did not know she had that.
Oh no, she's got the range.
yeah,
She's definitely got the
yeah.
range. I'm just
But
saying.
I'm talking about even as a musician. I hear what
Yeah.
you're saying. I'm just saying like, and to your point, maybe the fact that I got like 3 names kind of
Yeah.
proves your point. But like I think October London is another very
Definitely
talented,
extremely talented, but there's something lacking on the instrumentation side.
Yeah.
I won't argue that. But is that
Yeah.
is that
On composition,
is that the artist or is that
It's got to be the producer. artist because what Q is saying is almost like
and I did come in
that's
late, so I just
that's
had to
their
add my
thing.
2 cents. That's what I do.
I think it's more of a team thing though. Like I don't think it's just on the artist.
Yeah,
I think
yeah. I like
teams
I
helping
think-
to produce some
so
impressive-
so here
producer thing, dude.
I went and saw Stevie Wonder last Thursday. Like I was sitting there and like his percussion section alone was like 12 people.
Mm-hmm.
The percussion section.
Mm-hmm.
He had a horn section that was probably 6 people. He had a full orchestra. Full as a stretch. There were probably 20 people. I'd say it's pretty full.
Yeah.
Like just orchestral instruments, right? With their own conductor, by the way. Like not even the person that was dealing with everybody else. And there were 2, 4, maybe 6 like backup singers.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know, and like I remember joking to my wife, I was like, Trey Songz could never. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? You it's
that's there's a point there, like
yeah.
Stevie Wonder understands the music side enough that he had a large hand in making sure that shit.
Yeah. I think I'm kind of
like he comparing apples to apples right there.
I could say T-Pain has that range, but T-Pain doesn't have
won't do it
to bring that kind of thing together.
Yeah. I think it's it's almost like the MP3, right? The audience is so dumbed down. Why go through all the work?
Because it
helps. No, I'm not saying I'm not saying I wouldn't. I'm simply saying as an artist, right?
That's
like,
kind of my point, though. Like,
yeah, like you know what I mean?
Jamie Foxx could easily pull that level of musicianship off, but why do it?
Yeah.
T-Pain could easily do it, but why? Like people aren't clamoring for it. Like people don't even appreciate the Stevie Wonders like that anymore, except for people in our age bracket. Like
that's why they don't do it.
It's like this might sound weird. There was a large like LGBTQ population there, which I thought was
oh boy.
No. I don't like it struck me like it was so large that it was obvious. You know what I mean? But, nah, like for real.
Nah,
like,
I didn't say anything.
What wasn't there was like my daughter's age group. Like it was people. Like I told Alina when we got there, I said we should have brought Cayman to this, and it didn't even cross my mind when I was buying the tickets. But I said we should have brought him to this because he will never. I don't think he'll ever have a chance to see Stevie Wonder.
Right. Unless we
oh yeah.
And you know, and there was other people there with children maybe slightly older than him, but it's something he would have remembered forever, even though he would have had zero appreciation for it Thursday night. He would have remembered it forever. Right. And I'm like, I couldn't take him to see half of these new artists.
Right.
Like Stevie Wonder, like he was using this acronym FAT, and he was like, you know, I know there's some kids in here, so I'm gonna say forget all that. But he was talking about like the concert was basically like a kind of a fundraising type deal for it was called Help Heal Our Country Through Music.
Okay. That's beautiful.
But you know what I'm saying? Like he ultimately he did say fuck all that, but like the
oh, good for him.
But the
get that out.
The awareness to be conscious of that, and I'm like, picture me taking Cayman to anything
right
from any artist in the past 10 to 15 years.
But I think that's what Q talking about, because
right.
Those people, Luther Vandross he was that all the time. Like I was listening to Whitney Houston on the way home. Like all her songs are full and melodic. The production is there. It's all full.
No short.
And that was them every time they dropped the album.
It's
you know, nowadays it's a selective. You might get one or two, you know what I'm saying, notes like that from an artist nowadays, because that's not what it is. But they lived it. They were that standard. You know what I'm saying? Every album sounds good like that. Like
it's kind of like MCing. You had to be able to sing then.
Yeah.
You know, like, you know what I mean?
But it's also like the quality in producer. And when I say producer, I don't mean beat maker. I mean like actual producer, like the person behind the boards and the whole nine. Like,
right.
Like
it's full.
Helping to drive that. Like they work together. Like Quincy Jones worked.
Yeah.
Michael worked with Quincy. Like they worked together.
And Quincy pull up, he hanging with you. Quincy bringing a bottle, he bringing some girls, we gonna sit here, you know, for a while, you know what I'm saying? Get to know you.
So we gonna live in this bitch until we get it right.
Yeah, I'm get to know you. Yeah.
That's like
even Rick Rubin, same thing, dude. You know what I mean? Like somebody like him, like that
shit as much as they needed to.
Mm-hmm.
But that fool will come in and listen for 10 seconds and be like, oh, nope.
Exactly. And you still can't And you can't tell me that Beastie Boys weren't a standard sound. Man.
I mean, it's,
those first couple of albums.
Some of the newer artists and shit that he's worked, like he's done a lot of shit with Tyler the Creator. You know what I mean?
But even then, like if you listen to Tyler the Creator versus other artists, show like the musicianship is just way up there.
Oh yeah, it's way up there.
Yeah,
it's way up there.
Yeah, there's. I mean, it's yes. There are levels to all of that, right? And
it's more rare to hear that level of music.
Yeah,
agreed.
Very rare, very extremely rare. Yeah, you might have to stop.
The standard now is I knocked out 15 songs in an hour last night.
Right.
Of course you did. All you said was brah. Of course you knocked out 15 songs. Right.
Oh, you ain't lying.
All the beat sound is so it's definitely different.
Over a handful of mediocre sounds too.
And, I mean, if you to be able to hear the detail in Luther's voice, the way you hear it, you know what I mean? Like you don't get that. Like it's just over processed, just fucking like you can't hear this. You don't get the sizzles, you don't get any of that shit. You just hear. He's strong all the time. Like Whitney Houston was strong all the time. Every line is strong, and then it goes dip, and it goes into another word. Strong, all the time.
But even the dip was strong. Like the dip wasn't because I couldn't. The dip was because this is where it belonged, right? But but there's also something to be said for studying music.
Yes,
right? There's like it's. Again, like I will listen to some people on Instagram DJ, and I'm like, is that on beat?
Yeah.
But your acapella is in the second bar, and the musical bed is in the third bar. So though they're on beat, they're still
okay.
wrong.
I just had to sing the song in my head to catch it when she says "There's nowhere to hide," and she goes. Damn, I just had that part, but I see you saying she though. I see you saying.
Yeah, like I mean, it's.
Wait. Here you go. There's nowhere to hide. And she keeps on going high. Then she just breaks out. Your love, I remember forever. And then she takes. Don't make me cry. I'm like, how strong is every fucking line? But I get what you're saying. It's so full and it's supported by the production and the engineers at that time.
There's actual.
I think.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
what song were you singing, D? I couldn't get it. No, not being funny.
I knew exactly what he was singing, man. Shit was beautiful.
Don't hurt anymore.
It was a country.
Stay in my life if you dare. On my
It was,
don't walk away from me. Don't walk away from me.
Okay. All right. Yeah. No, because I was not being funny, yo. I was in my head. I was waiting for one to dance with somebody. So I was like, yo, that's not that.
That's another one. That's another one, though. Yeah.
But, yeah, that's my.
That's a jam too.
DJ coming out. Like, yep. Let me drop this in here because I need a break.
Right.
There you go.
That was originally Dolly Parton, right? Or
yeah.
What?
No, not Dan.
No,
Dolly Parton?
No, that's the love song.
No, not that.
Yeah, that was.
Somebody. I'm talking about the one that Damon was singing.
Yeah.
No, that wasn't that one. No, the Dolly Parton is
I should
the
go,
love
I'll stay. The bodyguard joint was it always.
Yeah, that's
He was down.
No, that's the other one. That's another one.
Kenny Rogers sung that, and Dolly Parton, I believe.
No, I know what song y'all talking about. The Bodyguard song.
Right.
I'll
always love you. Right.
No, I'm talking about don't.
Yeah, I thought
away
that
from
one
me.
too.
Don't walk away.
I could be wrong.
I don't know.
Probably doing that.
I don't know.
The greatest love of all or something. Maybe that was just Whitney.
It was the greatest love of all. It was the greatest love of all.
That's the other Dolly Parton one. Yeah, that's
the great graduation.
Yeah.
We just out here throwing out songs and giving Dolly Parton credit for them shits.
Bobby,
Dolly Parton sung niggas in Paris.
We've landed on Dolly Parton before. I don't know how we got here before.
No, Dolly's the shit, yo. Dolly.
Yeah, she is.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And throw that 9 to 5 on. Shit, you might turn the house out.
I remember that movie too. My mother took me to see that movie in the theater, so I had the whole experience of that song. That song is visual for me, yo.
Bobby, what were you about to say, yo?
Women in the workforce. Hell yeah.
I'm just, like my 2 cents on like why the sound isn't so full anymore is I think a lot of it has to really just do with like where music is right now, in the sense of like I don't see, and I could be wrong, because honestly, like I'm not going out trying to like find new artists and shit like I used to when I was younger, and you know what I mean. Like I'm kind of more focused on my shit, our shit, you know what I mean. But it's like I just don't hear, you know, it's like people, for one, not many people are coming out with albums. You know what I mean? The focus is on a single. You know what I mean? Or of singles.
That's because of streaming did that.
You know what I mean? So it's like why and they're just, I think too, everybody, you know, is like just kind of looking to find that like overnight sensation and be able to like fucking cash out real quick, and who gives a shit if he or she falls off after a couple fucking singles, because there's a fucking million more people in line wanting to do the same fucking thing. Yeah, you know what I mean? So it's like I just feel like music back then was fucking music, and not just this like processed, you know what I mean? But the fucking quick, you know what I mean? Get it out there. Let's see how many kids are gonna like this shit. Give it a follow. You know what I mean? Like it's
and a large part of that, like engineers are now built to do things faster. Everything is about speed now. So we have processing. We have all this shit just being crammed together, and we don't give a fuck about the quality of the sound anymore. We don't hear all the dynamics. We don't hear the sounds that are in the hi-hat. You know what I mean? We just hear all the shit mashed together and put out there to hopefully be a hit.
Man,
you know, like when I was younger, and you know, like
I had in the ghetto.
When I was growing up in the ghetto, you know what I mean? It was shit was rough, man.
Why is that funny? Y'all stop laughing, man. Why y'all laughing at that?
We got a couple ghettos here in Reno.
Right.
Damn, you know what? I gotta go out and take a fucking
never walk over the bear's nose on
I gotta pull this
toughest motherfucker I know.
Yeah, know what I was doing.
Now you got short street cred. See, look what you did.
Damn, bro. I got bag out shit, motherfucking shit.
Y'all know what I was doing though, right? When I was a young boy growing up in the ghetto.
Yeah.
Oh damn. Now I lost my train of thought. Shit.
Right.
I just had to get all hood real quick.
Right, you right.
Damn.
You ain't got enough grace.
Gotta go see somebody real quick now, yo.
He almost let it slap. Like, wait a minute, is this mom?
You know what I mean?
Hold up.
Oh shit. Damn. What the fuck were we talking about now? Shit.
Lord have mercy.
Oh man,
I had a good one, too.
Oh my God. That is funny as hell.
My bad for going off on a soapbox tangent.
Nah.
I'm glad you did. That's a dope conversation, man. I love it.
No, but have y'all
Isaac Hayes and Barry White, like I don't think they get enough credit for the level of instrumentation. And Marvin Gaye, the level of instrumentation and production that they went. They're like when I look at doing anything, like I look more at them as like, yo, am I ever gonna be able to reach their shit versus other hip hop producers, to tell the truth, man? Like I want to be able to compose shit to that degree, or coordinate like the way they had strings with funk and with soul.
Yeah,
you know, I haven't heard that shit before.
Well, when you were playing that song that beat is off of, you know what I mean? Like I heard it completely differently. You know what I mean? But it's like what tools like, you know, stem separation would really, you know what I mean? That's when those type of tools are cool. You know, towards the end of that track were a lot more piano keys. Yeah. Like, you know what I mean? That weren't a part of like the main, you know, as they're just like kind of building up to an ending and shit. And which, you know, is a big jazz. That's a big jazz thing. You know what I mean? You had to, you know what I mean? Like there were just fucking sections of a songs. You know what I mean? That were just so long, and it's like, man, you either had to fuck down and just like take a breath, or was ready for the next track. You know what I mean? Like it's
because even if you think about it, people used to sing the beat, the track. People used to sing the break. Like while somebody else was singing the song, people were singing the instrumentation back there. People don't do that anymore.
I think there's also like everybody's always on the move. We always have our things with us. Like we don't like the quality is just not there even in a lot of the headphones that we use. You know what I mean? Like people look at me like I'm crazy because I'll spend $1,000 on some headphones, but I'm listening to this shit because
I look at you crazy than a mom.
I want to hear everything.
Just like this. I mean, like this. Like what?
He's like, check out my earbud.
Right. Like, look at you like this.
But like
I can't hear you.
Like back then, back then, like people had their audio systems. They would have their listening rooms.
Oh yeah.
Luther. They and they would do that shit.
Yeah.
We don't do that. Like have our AirPods or whatever the fuck they are, and we're just running through every fucking song. Like this isn't the vibe, and this isn't the vibe, and like we don't have the same appreciation.
Have you seen the latest thing on IG? Is the white kid and a bunch of black dudes, but the track is so crazy. The track is phenomenal, and the first thing he say is Cracker got an AR shooting schools up. Something like shooting schools. Crackers got an AR like I'm shooting schools up. Yellow wide body, Hellcat like a school bus, and that one bar is blowing up, right? But it's the beat, it's the track. The track is amazing. You know what I'm saying? But everybody flipping out over his bar, even though it's crazy. He called himself a cracker. He's surrounded by blunter black dudes. He definitely white. You know what I'm saying? Cracker got an AR like I'm shooting schools up. Man, along with that track, but so I was like, man, who is this dude?
So extreme, yo.
I forget his name. I forget his name. I think his name Tay 1900 or something and shit. Young motherfucker. Man, crazy. So I'm like, why is this shit blowing up? So I went and listened to his song. I listened to that song, but I listened to the rest of them and shit. But he is full of fucking energy. He sounds nasty. Cracker got an AR like I'm shooting schools up. It's like nothing I've ever heard. And it's fucking bananas. But he keeps that same intensity. I'm like, how is he blowing up? But he's blowing up off that intensity, being full. And he looks the part. He is the part. Wait till you see this one. But not in comparison to Luther Vandross, but in comparison to Luther Vandross, and he's captivating, and he is everything. What they compare to like instrumentation now is all off of sight now and shit. You know what I'm saying? If you look at or you're supporting what you're saying, it's like that's just as much as having the orchestra and that make it that quick. He got some staying power just from that one bar, but he raps like that. It's not like it's phenomenal. Everybody like, man, who this dude? Like he rapped that way. Like all his songs, he just got this crazy ass voice and shit. So it just take the right beat to bring it out. You know what I'm saying? And this track is fucking crazy. Whew.
Yeah. But
I can't believe y'all ain't seen it yet. Damn. I wish y'all see that shit.
We'll look it up, man.
Oh man, I'm gonna put it in the chat. I've been itching to put it in the chat, but I ain't want to bring anybody down.
Cracker got his AR right back here, dude. I just ain't shooting schools and shit.
Yeah, I don't know where that puts me because I damn sure got one too.
He's better shoot that mic though, man.
I guess mine would be blacker, but anyway.
Cracker got an AR like I'm shooting schools up. Man.
I guess I had to be shooting the block up, right? I wouldn't be at school to do
I remember what I was gonna say now after I went off on my PTSD from the
all right, good.
I'm gonna be quiet this time.
You know what I mean? I'm gonna need you to mute your mic, my man. No. So like back in the day, so when I was younger, and was like really just kind of discovering just my love for rap and hip hop and shit, you know, and I think we had this conversation a very, very long time ago. My mother had taken my music and stuff away. And so like I went to like the next extreme, which was like metal and shit. But I've always just like had this ability to be able to like hear everything, like be able to separate each individual instrument, each individual person on the mic, you know what I mean? And it's like when I talk to people, you know, about like, oh, you know, like, oh, check this out, like it's this one little bing bing, like it'd be like 2 notes in the whole track. For some reason, I don't know what the fuck it is, but those 2 notes when they hit at that time, you know what I mean? Like fucking that's it for me. That's the whole track, you know what I mean? They're like, what? I can't even hear. You know what I mean? So it's like, I think people just don't. Not a lot of fucking people have the ear for music, like ourselves. You know, I mean, like we're musicians. You know what I mean? And so I think it's a lot different. You know, some people just, you know, music is more than just fucking background noise. Yeah. You know what I mean?
It's not important to them. It's not special to them. And that's okay. Some
people,
they
like, you know what I mean? Like it's
some shit. I'm not.
It's a form of communication, and it's a form of communication that we all use. You know what I mean? And it's just not a form of communication that everybody uses. You know what I mean? And so it's like, yeah, I don't, you know, just back on the music just not being so whole and shit. Like I just don't think like a majority of the people know that they're missing out. You know what I mean? Know that it's just like not so like, full. Like it's you
listen
empty.
to music through your phone speaker. Like, you know, like it's
bring it right. That's what's cute, like
right? There's been a masterful job done of kind of dumbing down the audience for quite a while now, right? And again, like man, if I can't find a song, I'll rip it off of YouTube in a second. Like nobody's gonna know. Like nobody even cares. Like I'm gonna turn it on. It's gonna be a little softer than that. It's gonna sound a little bit muffled. They're still gonna dance. Right. It's still like and nobody is like, he ripped that off of YouTube, or that hi-hat is muffled because it's 128 instead of 350. Like you know, nobody cares. Right. Nobody cares.
Sounds and like it's jingle bells.
Right, but it's sad in some ways because, like, especially if you put a lot of work into being creative, right? And it's like, but it's a vibe. Okay, well, of course you're cool with somebody saying, you know, took my phone home and got in my zone. It's a home. Like he's spitting hot fire. All right, well.
Hot fire, my man.
I guess I'm gonna have to be on the opposite of whatever hot fire is.
And what I think one of the things that stands out, like Damon mentioned last week, D, you had mentioned recorded somewhere and you stepped out for a second and came back and dude said the song was already mixed.
Yeah.
But he had just basically threw his template on and that was it. Like didn't ask any questions or anything. And like for me, like even if my mixes don't sound the greatest, like what I'm trying to do is make sure that I'm catching, and I mean, Shah mentioned it earlier, is like I'm trying to catch the words and use the instruments and everything to kind of support that. You know what I mean? Like I want to add stuff to it so it's everything is working with each other. Everything's working together to create a full song. Like I'm not gonna just let the beat play. That shit annoys me. Like it's a dope beat, sure, but if nothing else is happening, it's not a fucking song to me. It's just sounds playing. Like I want the beat to interact with the lyrics. I want the lyrics to interact with the beat. Like I want everything to feel like a whole. You know, like I listen to jazz. Like jazz is my backbone for the way I rap, the way I listen to music, the way I make music, like everything. You know what I mean? And when I listen to jazz musicians and when I listen to jazz, like there's so much happening at any given moment. Like the way the drummer is hitting the fucking hat and like there's so much going on, but there's a reason for it. Even when they're just doing a jam session, there's a reason for everything that's happening and they're feeling it. They feel each other out. You know what I mean? And I want, like for me, I want what I'm putting my hands on to do the same thing. Like, sure, you can sound dope as a lyricist. Sure, you can sound dope as a producer, but if all that shit isn't working together, there's something missing. And I feel like the engineer's job is to make sure that that's happening. You know what I mean?
Engineer's the glue, man, for sure.
That's the key part to the Luther, the Isaac, and Barry and Marvin too. Is the engineer played a huge role. Like, when you talk about me and ad libs, that's my inspiration for ad libs. It came from Isaac and Marvin and Redman, like that. Beanie Siegel too, as a matter of fact. Yeah.
They got the inspiration for you.
Yo, but that Luther song, that one song, Bobby, I heard you were saying that you heard other parts in there too. Like, I remember that night, me and Sick and I worked on that one. Like, we went through sampling that a bunch of times, but the night that we actually started working on putting together sequences, we had a number of sequences in the MPC, and like I think we put 3 of them together and dropped those as a trade bag at one point in time. And they weren't complete, but it was just like, yo, here's an idea of what we can do, play with it. Like one of the other ones, man, I wanted to let y'all hear a couple of the other, just the beginnings of them at some point, man, because it's like, that's usually I don't do a beat, but I'll start a beat during a session and like a whole bunch of skeletons together and go off and do something different. Like, is that what you do, or do you work like a beat and finish that beat before you move on?
Me, so it just kind of depends. Like sometimes, you know, it just really depends on how much time I have when I'm sitting down. There's times when I can sit down and feel like something's finished, you know what I mean, and be happy with it. There's other times where I'll have sequences and I'll listen to those like over and over and over and over and just listen to it while I'm doing my shit, getting ready for my day, and be like, oh, idea, you know what I mean? Like come over, jot something down, you know what I mean? I kind of do stuff like that. Like I have one right now that I actually want to share with you guys. And it's almost done. Like I feel like it's almost done. I've been kind of like stuck in this like little limbo of like where to go. So I have like the main part of the beat, and then I want it to like kind of break down to something where it's just, you know, strictly like just the sample for, you know, hook placement, and then back into the beat for verses, you know what I mean? And I kind of was fucking with it this morning, and I was like, oh, and I kind of changed it up a little bit, and then I was just kind of listening to it a little bit, and I'm like, like I don't know if that's gonna work, but I'm kind of eager to share it, just to get some feedback, you know what I mean? You know?
Yeah.
What you got, Q?
No, I'm always amazed at how, like, when I listen to this shit now, like, there's an importance in just the overall sound that I feel is lacking to a lot of people. You know what I mean? And so I even appreciate like that y'all allow me to do the shit that I do. You know what I mean? Like even that little stutter when he says max headroom, that like little shit like that means so much to me.
Oh my
like,
God.
It doesn't happen.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But like for me,
Yep.
and it needs to be there. You know what I mean? Like, why doesn't it happen more?
I've been searching for 20 years for an engineer that makes me even want to make music anymore. I'd probably be done if we hadn't crossed paths, man. That's how important what you do is to me, man.
Yeah, that's very loud.
Why I quit before was I couldn't find anybody to help me to like get the degree of sound, the quality of sound I wanted, but also help me step up my arrangement. Somebody like critique and bounce ideas back and forth off of, and make it more collaborative. Because I think that's the other thing. Like you guys said, Michael and Quincy work together. Like people take the ego out of the shit, man.
Make a good fucking song, bro. That's the most important thing. Is make a good fucking song. Like, let's go.
Instead of just one of us being happy with it.
Right.
This might sound
Education, what they call hip hop ain't the truth. That can go off the side of the.
Mr. President, we so appreciate you giving us an hour of your time. I want to start by addressing the elephant in the room, sir.
First of all, I don't think I've ever been asked a question so in such a horrible manner. First place, you don't even say hello. How are you?
Come in where you rest at, surrender.
You don't even say hello. How are you?
Come in where you rest at,
How are you?
acting as if it can't